Are you looking for the best compact cameras? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best compact cameras on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Sony RX100 VII. The Sony RX100 VII might be overkill, but if you want a point-and-shoot camera nearly as capable as a mirrorless or DSLR, this is the answer. With a reasonably fast f/2.8 to f/4.5 aperture, extremely versatile 24 to 200mm zoom lens, 20-megapixel 1-inch sensor, stack CMOS, and the ability to shoot 20 frames per second, the RX100 VII is a seriously impressive pocket camera. Did I mention it shoots 4K video and has a mic input for adding a high-quality external microphone? It'll double as a vlogging cam if that's your bag. The RX100 also has something many compact cameras lack, a good viewfinder. Call me old-fashioned, but I find composing images easier with a viewfinder. The autofocus system is impressive too, and in many situations, it's better than my Sony A7 RII mirrorless camera. There are plenty of manual controls for those who eschew the fully automated nature of point-and-shoot cameras. All that said, I have 2 gripes. The entire interface is a complicated mess, and related to that, the defaults are often not the best settings to get the highest quality images out of the camera. Neither is a big deal, but if you get the RX100 VII, spend some time with the manual to figure it all out. Also, while there's a mic input jack, there's nowhere to mount a microphone on the camera. Fortunately, quite a few third-party cold shoe mounts allow you to add a mic off to the side. Number 2. Sony ZV-1 II. The awkwardly named ZV-1 II is the best camera I've tested for the budding YouTube or TikTok star. Sony's original ZV-1 was a decent vlogging camera, but the second, Mark II as it's known, improves the original design with a wider angle lens that makes it easier to shoot at arm's length. That, combined with the revamped controls, makes this one of the best cameras for filming yourself. The 18 to 50mm f/1.8 to f/4 equivalent zoom lens is plenty sharp and wide, and the multi-face recognition mode is extremely clever and effective. In this mode, the ZV-1 II will detect when another face comes into the scene and automatically stops down the aperture to keep everyone in focus. There are limits obviously, but it works surprisingly well. The on-screen controls, which use the rear touchscreen to offer a smartphone-like shooting experience, are perfect for anyone looking for higher quality images and audio than a phone provides but wants to retain the ease of shooting that smartphones offer. The other improvement over the first version is the ability to charge via the USB-C port, which means you can bring a portable battery and recharge on the go. Sony ZV-1 II vlog camera for content creators and vloggers, large 1-inch sensor with wide-angle 18-50mm 1 zoom lens and packed with easy-to-use features, specifically designed for vloggers and online video creators. Number 3. OM System TUF TG7. OM Systems TG7 is more or less the Olympus TG6, August 10th, Wired recommends, with a new nameplate on the front. The Olympus TG line of cameras has long earned a spot in our Best Action Cameras guide as our favorite underwater camera, but it's great above the water too. The 12MP micro four thirds sensor in the TG7 is the lowest resolution sensor in this guide, but it still produces great images. The bright f/2.0 to f/4.9, 25 to 100mm optical zoom lens has good contrast, even underwater. I've printed underwater shots from the TG6, which has the same sensor, at 11x14 and found them plenty sharp. The excellent macro mode is a nice extra and makes the TG7 more versatile than others. I'm also a fan of the field sensor system, which records GPS coordinates and ambient temperature with the images. I've never found much use for that data, but it's fun to have. The 4K video tops out at 30 frames per second, which is good enough for most things you'd do with this camera. If you want slow motion footage, you can shoot 1080p at up to 120 frames per second. One thing I noticed about the TG7 is that it seems to have fixed the noise of the zoom lens when recording video. It's also worth emphasizing how tough this camera is. It's freeze-proof, crush-proof, dust-proof, and shock-proof. You can drop it from 7 feet. It also has quite a few real camera features, like focus stacking for close-ups, an extensive set of add-ons and extra lenses, and even an underwater case that extends its depth rating. Number 4. Sony α6700. The Sony α6700 is the best all-around mid-range camera we've tested for photographers. This hybrid model uses a 26-megapixel APS-C sensor and captures fantastic overall image quality. It's also relatively portable and has an excellent battery life, making it a good choice for long days on the go. The camera's autofocus system is also one of the most effective on the market, with AI-driven subject detection and incredibly accurate AF tracking. On top of that, it has IBIS and a wide selection of compatible lenses, including plenty of more affordable third-party options. If you don't want to fiddle around with RAW files too much, consider the Fujifilm X-S20 instead. Fujifilm is known for its excellent JPEG processing and film simulation profiles, making it a good choice for those who prefer to share their images straight out of the camera. Like the α6700, it has a high-res APS-C sensor and IBIS to help you shoot handheld at slower shutter speeds. However, its autofocus isn't as effective as the Sony's, so it's less suited to very fast subjects like sports or wildlife. The Sony α6700 is Sony's first alpha camera with an APS-C sensor since 2019 Sony α6100 and Sony α6600. It's a significant upgrade from the previous generation of Sony Alpha APS-C cameras, with a new AI-powered processing unit, upgraded autofocus system, and more advanced video specs. It also comes with some high-end features like in-body image stabilization, IBIS, and weather sealing, making it one of the most full-featured APS-C cameras on the market in 2023. Number 5. Canon EOS R10. If the Sony α6700 is out of your price range, the Canon EOS R10 is an entry-level model that packs a punch for its price. With a highly accessible user interface and great ergonomics, it's beginner-friendly and easy to use. It has a highly accurate and effective autofocus system, as well as quick burst shooting and a good battery life. On top of that, it has good video specs for an entry-level model, including 4K recording at up to 60 frames per second, albeit with a crop, and 10-bit capture in its HDR-PQ mode, though it lacks advanced features like log profiles. The biggest downside of the R10 is that lens selection is still relatively limited for the RF mount. If you prefer a more established lens ecosystem, the Fujifilm X-S10 is another great choice at this price point. It's also one of the few entry-level models with in-body image stabilization. That said, its autofocus system is less reliable, and you'll have to find one on the used market, as it's been discontinued. The Canon EOS R10 is an entry-level APS-C mirrorless camera. In Canon's lineup, it sits above the more explicitly beginner-oriented Canon EOS R50 and Canon EOS R100 but below the more advanced Canon EOS R7. It represents a compelling middle ground, with an advanced dual-pixel CMOS 2 autofocus system, compact and user-friendly design, and many automatic shooting modes, along with enough physical controls to keep more advanced photographers happy.